How's it going, everyone? I'm Brandon. This is LiveActuary, bringing strategies for balancing success. And in this video, we're going to be talking about different types of feedback and how feedback is extremely important to your success in your career. So let's get into it. As many of you already know, I was sick for about 11 out of the 21 days I was in Peru. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that later on. But before that, what I want to talk about is how to understand feedback, the types of feedback there are. And then, as usual, I'm going to be giving a bonus tip, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a Peru montage because I'm going to be talking about the feedback of my health when I was in Peru. And as usual, timestamps are up here, so you can skip to any area in the video that you would like. To begin with, understanding feedback. There are three major areas that I think are important when it comes to understanding feedback. The first one being, when you are given feedback, you should be looking at it not as something that can fix some nuance in your life at the current moment, but rather something that has happened in your past that has caused the actions to occur today. So you can look back in your past, you can fix those things, and that'll have that change that you're looking for today. The second area to understanding feedback that I think is really important is don't be defensive. I think everyone in their life at some point has seen their friends or family or colleagues become defensive when they are introduced with some type of different mindset. Now, what's really important is to understand that everyone has different experiences, and to think your experiences are the correct experiences is a very limiting factor in your career, in your success, and in your development. Third would be practice, practice, practice. The mind is an incredible tool, and the more you practice something, the better you get at it. And once you get good at understanding and critiquing yourself, your success is just going to skyrocket. It's going to take off. Now, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm saying that your success is going to take off when you start to understand feedback properly. Specifically, there are a few different types of feedback. Now, the first feedback is what I would call positive verbal feedback. And this is feedback that you'll typically get from your friends, your family, your colleagues, your boss. And these are individuals that care about you. They want to see you successful. And like I've mentioned, people come from different experiences. So when they give you feedback, give you critiques, they are doing nothing more than trying to make you the most successful person you can be. It's very easy to feel a little self-conscious when individuals are critiquing you on the specific things that you can develop. However, one thing to recognize is that these individuals, like I've mentioned, care about you and want to see your success. So the quickest way to get better and become more successful is to listen to these people. The second type of feedback that you can see is body language. Now, this is very typical to if you were, for example, doing a public speech and you were gauging the audience to see how they're reacting to your actual speech itself. Now, it's one thing that's a little bit different about YouTube is that I'm just talking to this piece of steel here, and I don't get to see your guys' body language and feedback right away. So if you do have anything that I could work on, leave the comments down below. I will for sure try my best to switch them in the future. Another area of feedback is negative verbal feedback, where an individual is saying something with no intent to help you whatsoever. What I challenge us to do in these situations is double check if they're only speaking out of malice. They might not be, and you could learn something. What I encourage people to do, and myself to do, is to assess who they are, what their background is, what they're coming from, why they are saying what they're saying, and see if it has any help or could help my life in any way. Now, there are situations where it gets abusive or manipulative. Now, that is not what I'll be talking about. We can take that and put it over here, push it aside. A type of feedback that can hurt is health feedback. Now, this might be an indication that something is wrong, or maybe you're not taking care of yourself as well as you should to optimize your performance in your day-to-day life. Now, as an example for me, I went to Peru and I was sick for 11 out of the 21 days. So you guys will now get to find out why. Long story short, I don't know why I was sick. However, something that could have increased the likelihood of me becoming sick was that I hadn't taken a decent break for a really long time, and I pushed myself pretty hard over the last 6 months, and that could have easily made me more likely to get sick while I was on my vacation. Before you jump in there and say, hey, there are probably a whole list of other things that could have made you sick while you're on your vacation. And to that, I say, good catch. And also, that's one of, I think, Actuary's kind of trigger moments is when people use the term cause and effect in absolute terms. Now, you don't know what caused something until you see the end result, or you've measured the end result. And in most situations, you never get to see that end result. Like for me being sick, I will never see that end result or all the data to be able to know what actually caused that in absolute terms. But what I can say is that there are different things that happened along the way that made me increased in likelihood of actually becoming sick. One of the things that definitely could have influenced me getting sick that wasn't in terms of me pushing myself too hard would be, I'm from a small area in Saskatchewan, and my immune system wasn't used to being in a population of 10 million people that was in Lima, Peru at the time. But that being said, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm looking at what happened when I was in Peru, looking at those 11 days and saying, okay, maybe I should take a little bit more breaks from time to time, because if that's actually increasing the likelihood of me getting sick, maybe that means something. But anyways, rant aside, I'm trying to move a little bit slower in life. If you watch my last video, kind of missing the mark a little bit, but I'm trying. But anyways, I do have a bonus tip coming at the end, as well as some semi-beginner film of Peru coming up. But before that, what I want to say is if you guys like this video, hit that like button, as well as if you have any comments for future videos, you can leave them down below. I'll do my best to address them. I have a series called Ask an Actuary, which I address actuarial questions that you guys are curious about knowing the answers to. And if you guys want to join along in this actuarial journey, you can hit that subscribe button. So let's get into this semi-beginner montage of the Peru videos I tried to make.
Run!
Yes, guys, this is something else that you need to know. Thank you. We are not staying all together.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, there were millions. Whoa! Oh.
Oh, nice. Filming suffering.
You got your footage of me for today.
What would you like to say?
Brandon, I'm knackered already.
There you go. It's only getting more difficult. That's right.
So a bonus tip from out here in the Inca Trail in Peru would be that there's going to be a lot of positive and negative things that happen throughout your day. And I think it's really important to reflect on those negative things, to learn and develop from them. But the conversations we have from day to day, I think it's important to focus on the positive and the good things that happen, because looking back, we remember the conversations we've had. And if we want to have happy memories, I think it's important to talk about happy things that happen. So another point to a successful life, happy life, would be talk and focus on the good things.
Oh wow.
This is a straight down view